It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
Welcome to a special edition of The Sam Lesante Show, folks. If you recall, recently I had Mayor Yannuzzi and our police chief from the Hazleton area, Frank D'Andrea, on The Sam Lesante Show. On that show, we discussed certain things. There was a couple things that were mentioned on the show. One thing we mentioned was the fact that I mentioned that there was a councilman who said that the chief and the city police force were an embarrassment, that he made a statement it was an embarrassment to the city. And at that particular point in time, I asked a question. However, Jack Mundie took exception with that and came into my office and said he demanded equal time to respond to that particular thing. I've also received some phone calls from people saying they were upset with the show because of what was transpired. Remember, folks, I like to keep this fair and balanced. Even though I'm friends with a lot of people, I do not want to be labeled as to siding with them. I have tried to deal with facts, and there's a lot of people who like to twist facts. So today, Jack is on the show, the commercial-free, and we're going to start off with the email and which led to this, and we're going to stick to what was on the email. I'm not going to get into name calling or whatever, just basically that. So Jack, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate that.
Thanks for having me, Sam. I appreciate the fact that you want to get all your facts straight. I never, I'm not accusing anyone of lying. I'm just saying that you made some misstatements on the last show, and maybe someone gave you those facts, and that's what you went with. But I have the actual email here.
Let's read it.
I'll read it. It's I responded to an email from the chief who said that he didn't want me to copy him on any emails I sent to the city about city business. But here's my response to his email. Dear All and Frank, an embarrassment to the city is the mayor, the solicitor, the city administrator, and department heads not attending council meetings, and 3 council members, Perry, Bast, and Campbell, allowing it to continue. An embarrassment is the mayor hiring his cousin, who is trying to charge double and triple the fees for our residents to repair their homes. An embarrassment is 3 council members trying to pass a resolution preventing council members and the public from asking questions. An embarrassment is we have $2 million shortfall, and the mayor at the last council meeting said we were doing fine with the budget, and it should not concern you. Frank, if you don't know what truly is an embarrassment to the city, maybe you are. Cheers, Jack. Okay, now, I said that to the chief.
Okay, hold on
I did not
second.
say anything about the department. I fully support the department and the chief. I think they're doing a great job. They're a great police force. They could be commended, especially in light of what recently happened. We, as a councilman, we bought 4 cars for the police force. We got those, and we hired 2 polilismen. Okay, so I fully support the police force. I've never said they were embarrassment. I would never ever say that.
Right. Now this is the clip, folks, that was on WYLN, okay, and I want to thank Barry Jays for giving me permission. This is what happened after this particular email. So let's run that clip.
The civility pact among city council didn't last long. Tonight's meeting featured this exchange between President Jim Perry and Councilman Jack Mundie.
That's not offline. We're talking about that's not offline. You're asking about a report.
Then Police Chief Frank D'Andrea got involved. He made the seemingly odd request of asking City Council to take him off its email list.
Simply asked, as politely as I could, to have everyone stop sending these messages to me because of the aforementioned reasons. The reply I received from City Council was appalling. It read, Dear All and Frank, an embarrassment to the city is the mayor, the solicitor, the city administrator, and department heads not attending council meetings.
He went on to read the rest of the email. It ended, quote, Frank, if you don't know what truly is an embarrassment to this city, maybe you are. Cheers, Jack, end quote. D'Andrea demanded an apology, which led to this exchange.
No!
World
N-O! That's what
Thank
that's
you.
my answer. N-O.
You're only one member of council.
Okay, well,
I'm not addressing you.
no.
I'm addressing city council as a whole.
Thank you for
I asked my public response.
Okay.
Thank you.
Some in the crowd approved of Mundie. Ville-Marie Budd did not.
He's been a great part of the police department, and I don't see why he has to be told that he's an embarrassment. That offends me as a resident who pays taxes in this community. And I expect Mr. Mundie to apologize to the entire community and to the police department. I will not tolerate this, Mr. Mundie.
The emails I get have his name on it already that I get from the city. So I just responded to a general email to everyone. He responded and telling me that he didn't want any responses to my email, which I understand that. I've hardly ever emailed him before. So there's not a barrage. I don't know what he's talking about, a barrage of emails. You know, there's no barrage. This is, you know, this was two emails that got sent to him. So as far as the barrage goes, I don't know what he's talking about. But I know he was upset that, you know, he got an email, but
you saw more infighting, more snipping. The emails from Councilman Mundie are just truly outrageous. They really are. They border on harassing, and I think calling the chief an embarrassment is totally out of line.
Okay, folks. Now, Jack, the reason I played that is the fact that you said, okay, there were people that you said that you.
On your show, you said that I said that the police force was an embarrassment.
No, I said
I told you it wasn't true, and that's why I'm here.
Okay,
that's
so
why
all
I'm
right,
here.
so all right, so you said that at that.
I said if the chief didn't know what was an embarrassment to the city, and we are an embarrassment. The city is an embarrassment. The mayor doesn't come to any meetings. Mm-hmm. The solicitor doesn't come to any meetings. We're the only city in the whole state of Pennsylvania that doesn't have a solicitor at their meetings, and that's dangerous.
Okay,
that is dangerous, and it's putting council at risk for lawsuits every time we meet.
All right. Now, stating with this email, okay, you said here that the city, okay, Mayor said about $2 million, okay, and embarrasses that we have a $2 million shortfall, and the mayor at the last council meeting he said they were going to do fine with the budget. I spoke to Steve Hahn this morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was last year.
I know.
Before you put this in, this was last year when we weren't getting money from Don Wilkinson. It isn't current. Okay. This isn't current.
But
so if you talk to Steve, this is this year. This is last year.
I'm concerned about
this. Was 2012.
All right. So
you have your dates mixed up.
Yeah, but what you're saying is you're complaining that you're saying that I said.
I'm saying that the city is an embarrassment.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, the mayor not attending meetings.
Well, and the
solicitor not attending meetings.
I don't think he has to attend.
That's an embarrassment.
I don't think the mayor has to attend meetings.
Well, he doesn't have to.
But Jack, today, okay, do you know where the city is today, budget-wise?
At the last meeting, I questioned Steve and you can get this from our meeting, and he said we still had to collect $1 million for the last 2 months of the year. Perry and Bass put in a stormwater fee that's going to cost our residents between $50 and $100. It's going to cost you in your building here between $400 and $500.
Okay, see, but Jack,
well, I'm not getting off track. Yeah. That money is not in the budget. That money is not in the budget. That's $500,000 that isn't in the budget. Yeah. So whatever the mayor's painting, I know the mayor's going to have a press conference this afternoon to say everything's all right. His budgets have been fantasy.
Okay.
The projections, the income that they project is overinflated and the expenses are underinstated.
Well, I have to disagree.
I've been there for 4 years. I voted on the last 4 budgets.
Today.
And when they did an audit, that's what they found.
Okay, well,
when they did an audit, that's exactly what they found, what I said.
2 issues. Issue number one, as of today, according to what Steve...
What did Steve say? Because he tells you stuff, and the mayor doesn't tell me anything. I don't get anything from the mayor.
Well, let me finish, okay, because I'm dealing with facts. It's easy to say raising...
Let's hear your
wait a minute. It's easy to say we're raising taxes, we're doing this, and it's going to cost you this, and it's going to cost you...
You get your facts from your cousin, John Keegan, who pays for your shows, who paid you $6,000.
And
your cousin paid you $6,000.
And you should spend more. Here's the point. Today, the city is in the black. They have the
mayor said that on your show here before when he ran for office, and in January he raised taxes 14%. He said that when he was on your show, that the city was in the black when he ran for office, when he ran against those other candidates.
The point is...
That's what he said, and he raised taxes.
But Jack, I have to deal with facts.
Well, you can't get your facts.
Here they are, right here, and
Yeah.
you're arguing with the facts.
I'm arguing. This was in
Are you gonna also
2012
argue-
that we were $2 billion short. That we were.
That was, you said
Don Wilkinson
you
was
said
not
it's an old
collecting
email.
it.
You
Yeah,
said,
Don
all right,
Wilkinson wasn't collecting our money. That's what this is
all right.
from.
Now, the municipal analysis...
And this $2 million came from Mary Ellen. He said that.
That's old stuff you
Yeah,
told me.
that is old.
Today, we're in the black, according
Okay.
to the administrator. The municipal analyst services came in. They did 10,000 cities.
Yeah.
And they gave the city of Hazleton
an award.
an award for their finances.
So we're in the black. Well, how come Joe isn't filling the potholes?
Okay.
What's he doing with that
Well,
money?
you see, now you're
Now,
starting...
why isn't he filling the potholes? We're in the black. Why did he want? Why did?
And why aren't I 6'3"?
Why is he on your show saying that he wanted an 83%
Because
tax
the mayor
increase?
has-
He was on your show saying we should have raised taxes 83%, and you agreed with them.
I didn't agree with
You
about
said you
raising
agreed with them. You think we should be like Easton. You think our taxes should
No,
be
I never
28
said
million.
that. What I said, he's comparing...
Us to Easton,
No,
yeah.
Jack, don't throw me off. Don't spin.
Don't
not.
spin.
You're a good spinner. Let's deal with
I'm a good
ordinances,
spinner.
okay? Let's talk. Yeah, you're a good spinner. Today, we are in the black, okay? Period. These are facts. So you can say whatever you want to say.
I think we should have a forensic audit.
Okay.
And Keith Bass,
And-
who ran for office previously, when I talked to him, that's what he wanted to do. Until he jumped on the bandwagon with,
Well,
with
how
the
much
mayor.
time have you spent-
He wanted a forensic audit. How much time do I spend at City Hall? Are you listening to the mayor? I don't get information from the mayor. I don't get anything. I asked
Can
for
you
a
knock
letter
on his door
from the
and get it?
IRS. I asked for a letter from the IRS that's going to cost us between $15,000 and $20,000. I did not get it. It went to the solicitor, and it made me, I see right to know request. I have to do a right to know. I'm on council.
Jack, the last ordinance, okay? I want to address also what you said here.
You want to address some of your other facts that you have?
Yeah, I do.
They're not facts, they're lies.
What you say here, they're black
They're
and white.
lies. You lied about me on your show.
I didn't lie about you.
I said the police force
And
was
you
an
just
embarrassment.
corrected it.
I'm correcting it. Okay, what
you're-
other
all right.
ones? Okay,
the other
we're
thing
done
is
with
you
that.
said here that his cousin is charging double and triple the fees, okay, for...
Dominic Yanuzzi, his firm wanted to pass a resolution doubling and tripling our permits. If you want me to get the minutes, we could do that.
I have the
That
minutes.
is actually true. He wanted to double and triple our fees, and I told Dominic we couldn't afford it. He said this is in other communities, other affluent communities that have these fees, and I said, Dominic, the people of Hazleton can't afford these fees. You're here because the mayor, you and the mayor are cousins. You didn't bid on everything. If we would bid out that work, our engineering fees would be cut in half.
See, Jack, if I'm listening to you
Our
now,
engineering
if
fees
I was
are
out there listening to you now, I
$150,000.
would say, you know what, that Jack Bundy's right, but you're wrong. And I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the ordinance 2007, which I have in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay? And they state from 0 to $4.99, there's a $25 fee. This is an ordinance that
Yeah.
you voted for. Okay?
That didn't get changed.
Okay.
That
Fine.
didn't
Let
get
me
changed.
continue on.
Our
Then-
fees
then-
for those ordinances are double West Hazleton.
No, they're not.
And West
No.
Hazleton and Hazel Township.
No.
I have them.
Let's go back to 2007. You're saying you're
They're
bringing
double.
you're bringing in West Hazleton. Forget about.
They're
I'm talking about
double our fees.
Hazleton.
That needs to be corrected, and I told the president
Well,
we
they
should
did.
correct
They
it.
did. Okay, ordinance 2007 shows a fee of $25. They live by that fee. You voted yes for that. We go to the other ordinances, okay?
I
where-
voted no for Benish's
Well,
doubling
no,
and tripling of our permit fees. We stopped that.
No, wait.
I don't know how it got
You're
stopped.
spinning, Jack. You're
I don't know
spinning.
how it got
Yeah,
stopped.
Jack, this is not a city council
Well,
meeting. You came in here demanding that you wanted, and I'm talking
I
about...
wanted a retraction.
You made and you're getting
Yeah.
a retraction. You made a statement in here about a person who was charging double and triple, and it is false.
It's wrong.
I have the ordinances
I'll
in
have
front
the
of me.
minutes from the meeting, and I will get that to you.
Here.
And I have the engineers and the other engineering
Ordinance
fees.
2009-16. To vote to exceed the
Is
requirements.
Dominic Yanuzzi your cousin?
He's my third cousin. And I'm proud of the
everybody
fact.
your cousin?
Everyone's my cousin.
Okay.
And what does that have to do with
Okay,
anything?
I just asked you
Why
out of the
is it
blue.
every time someone talks to you, is it your cousin?
You know,
it has nothing to do with it,
This
Jack.
is about the mayor's friends and family
You
program.
don't
that's
have
that's
friends
what
and
they
family.
do. They employ
You
their
don't
friends
have
and their
friends.
family. They let them come in without bidding. That's what
Listen,
it is.
This is turning
come
into
in.
a city hall meeting.
They
Here,
let them come
I'm
without
giving
bidding.
you facts, and you're blowing, and you're.
Give me the facts. I'll give you the facts.
Let me talk.
Yeah.
Then you'll talk.
Okay.
Ordinance 2009 says to exceed the rates, okay? To exceed the current rates. You voted yes, okay? You voted. You voted.
What year is that?
This is 2009. 2009 to
2009?
excuse me, I'm sorry. Ordinance which is 2009-16. Let's go to this
Why
one.
don't you get stuff from like 10 years ago?
No, this is not 2000.
Why
This
not
is
10 years ago?
This is the ordinance.
Is this what Keegan gave you? Is this what Keegan, your cousin, gave you to tell? To
No,
talk
I got
to me?
this stuff
Is that when
myself.
you called him last night
No,
and told him I'm coming
no.
on the show?
No.
Keegan gave you
No.
these questions.
Here's the problem. The new ordinances, which is 2009-17, okay, actually reduces the fee.
Dominic this year at the meetings tried to double and triple the permit fees. That got shot down, luckily.
You are wrong.
Luckily, it got shot
You
down.
are
I am
you are
absolutely
providing
positive.
the public.
Well,
you're
the one.
You're talking a lot.
You're the one who lied about this.
I didn't lie about it.
Yes, you did.
No, you keep on.
Twice you said it on your show.
You're spinning, Jack.
Twice you said it on
You
your
are
show.
spinning.
Twice
That's what
you
you
said
do
it
at
on your
city
show.
council, and you're trying to do it on the Sam Lesante
Well,
show. I'm not going to allow
we'll
you to
see.
do that.
Okay.
I said you could come on this show
And talk about that.
and you could talk about this.
I'll talk about anything. I'll talk about
when
all
you-
the commercials that are
I'm
filled
not-
with lies
okay.
on your station. I'll
okay.
address any one of them
Frank,
that
Jack,
you want to.
Jack, you say in here a person is double charging and he's not.
He is.
Okay, well,
he tried to.
I have the information.
He tried to.
Okay, I have all the facts here.
We were getting bills at the airport with nothing on them, with just 10 hours at the airport. He did not list anything that he did at the airport. You're saying the airport won awards.
Dear Dominic, this is from the Federal Aviation Administrator.
They got an award.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
I'll tell you what.
Here's the interesting thing about
Dominic
it.
hired his
Okay.
friend from Lake Hotto, Steve Shimshak, who has
This
a
comes from
DUI.
this comes from
who had a
this comes from
DUI.
Donald Belsky, okay, which is the Federal Aviation. He
Yeah,
said
he won an award.
Okay, wait a second. See, you don't want to give just due where it's
That's 'cause-
what.
that's
Okay.
'cause- that's 'cause-
Other times, sometimes we would have. This is what he's writing to Dominic. Sometimes we'd have noticed some brush outs, etc. Other times we would see nothing done at all. We made many wasted phone calls and had postponed a few flight inspections while waiting. When I received my first call from you, that's Dominic Yanuzzi, I have to admit that I expected more of the same. In fact, all of us here did. To sum it all up, you took the bull by the horns and responded to our needs. You were able to accomplish more in 3 months than in 5 years prior to your involvement, and we sincerely thank you for everything you've done. This is from the Federal Aviation.
Yeah.
Right now is today, according to the facts I have, they are in the plus. Okay,
They are not in the plus. Steve Hahn was supposed to do a budget with all the work that was done by the city. We do not have one to date.
Well, evidently
We do not have one to date. All the workers from the city are working there, doing work.
Well, according to what I see here, and I asked for all this information that you get upset about.
I don't get upset.
Okay, well, you say here. Yeah. Did you come up with?
You said on your show that Keegan has nothing to do with Perry and anyone else.
I didn't say that.
Here it is,
Never said
where
that.
Keegan
I never said-
donated. Yes, you
Yes,
did.
he
You
did.
said he's not. You said that everyone says that you're running the whole show, John. Well, he is. This is the proof right here. He gave you $5,000.
John, Frank, or Jackie.
He decides what goes on in his
So in other words,
ads.
what you're saying is anybody who contributes.
No,
okay.
I'm
all right.
saying
Well,
Keegan
well,
and
yeah,
Perry.
and here's
This is
Monday.
Keegan and Perry.
Monday says. Meanwhile, this is current, September 23rd, and meanwhile said he'll present an amendment to the city ordinance to bring city fees in line while other nearby.
We are going to do
communities-
that.
Okay.
West Hazelton and Hazel
It's
Township, their
it's-
fee is 1%. Ours
Did you
is
do
2%.
this?
I said that to Jimmy. I said that's what we should
But
do.
did-
He did
but
nothing.
did you come up
He's
with-
the president. I suggest something to the president. He says
Jack,
he doesn't
you've
have
done
a plan.
nothing.
I doesn't have a. I tried.
Jack.
I tried to sell
No,
land
you
at the
tried.
water authority. That was
tried
my
to
plan.
do. What you tried to
That's
do.
what I tried to do.
Keegan gave you this. You're your
I
cousin.
tried to
etc.
sell land at the water authority. Keegan came from the balcony and said that I couldn't do it. Your cousin said that I couldn't sell land at the. That was $2
Let
million
me make-
that would have solved our budget. That was
Jack,
my plan.
You're showing the public exactly
Yeah.
what you do at meetings.
Well,
Well,
I
you're-
tell the truth. That's what I do.
and
I
I
tell
get-
the truth. You don't.
Okay, yeah.
You don't.
You're giving me the.
You don't.
You are saying I don't. I didn't read
You
it
don't.
like that. You wrote it.
You said that.
No, you.
You said that.
Is that
I said
your
the
email?
police department was an embarrassment. You didn't have the courtesy to read
All
this
right,
email.
I read their email.
You didn't read it when you did the story.
Okay, yeah, but here's the story. You're here
Until
today.
I told you that.
And you came
lied.
in. You came in and you said, "I want to come on," and you're on today.
Yeah.
But now in this email, you make statements, and I think it's unfair if we don't have the facts.
I'll
I
get
have
you the facts. I'll get you.
You
the
voted
minutes.
for these
I'll
ordinances.
get you the minutes from the meeting when Dominic wanted to raise our fees
No.
double and triple.
No.
And I'll get you there's people from the other engineering firm, from Barry Isaac, that came and testified.
And I have Barry Isaac's fees
And
number.
Barry Isaac said that his fees would be double and triple our permit fees.
Absolutely
And
not.
he wanted to do that. We voted it down. That didn't get voted in.
I don't have enough time.
To some of my fellow...
Okay, I don't have enough time. I have Barry Isaac's bill here,
Yeah.
which is his permit.
Yeah.
And I have Dominic's bill where
Barry
the
Isaac
okay.
spoke at that meeting when Dominic
You're not letting me finish,
wanted to
Jack.
change our fees
Jack,
double and triple.
See, if you keep on saying something over and over again, you expect the people to believe that.
Well, you and Perry said I'm a bully, but Perry's the one
I
who's
didn't say you were a
spending
bully.
$10,000
No. I did not say that. I'm giving you every opportunity
I know.
to listen to facts. But as soon as I throw an ordinance that you voted for, that he's living by the fees, you're saying, well, they're doing this. Then you're saying about, you keep on bringing Keegan. Yes, he can do whatever he wants to do. All right?
Benish is there. Dominic is there because he's the mayor's cousin. He did not bid on any work.
That's
that
true.
work should be bid out. It's bid out in every other community, everywhere.
His rates are lower.
It should be bid out. His rates, we would get much lower rates if we bid it out. So don't say his rates are
Well,
lower
listen,
because he's your cousin.
I could go for today. Forget about being my cousin, okay?
You're defending your cousin.
I'm not defending.
You're two cousins.
I defend you. When someone
Keegan
says,
and Yunusi
listen,
are your cousins.
when someone says something about Jack Mundie that's not true, I
Well,
defend you,
didn't
Jack.
defend me when this email, when you talked, when you said I lied.
I said, is it true? I understand.
Yeah.
A councilman said that you were an embarrassment and the city police were the embarrassment.
And the city police force.
Okay.
And I didn't say that. And here's
and
the
here
proof.
you are today saying
Yeah.
you did not say it,
Yeah.
and you're corrected that, and I've given you a. But in here you make statements, and I have to back them. I want
Yeah.
to make if these statements.
I'll get you the minutes of the meeting when Dominic, his
You
firm
show
wanted
me-
to raise our fees double and triple %. I will get you those minutes.
It's
I will get
nonsense.
you that testimony. I was in the back room when I talked to Dominic, and I looked at the fees, and I told him, I said, Dominic, I said, your firm is a good firm. You're a great firm. Why don't, we can't afford these fees. And he said, these fees are in other communities.
Did you come up with an
I
ordinance?
told him that we couldn't afford these fees.
Yeah,
the
but
people
you said you're
who were
coming up
getting-
with something. Did
that-
you ever come up with it? You ever come up with what you said?
I told him we went to our old fees. His fees were not adopted.
Monday he said, if I will bring to the city an ordinance, okay? Monday, meanwhile, said he'll present an amendment to the city, okay, ordinance.
I made a suggestion to the president.
Was it a formal
to have
presentation?
one prepared. He ignores me. Perry only cares about raising taxes and whatever the mayor wants to do.
That's a
the mayor
political
wants to raise
campaign
taxes,
statement.
and that's what he's going to do.
You can stand up and people will
He's
say...
going to raise taxes the next year. The mayor
Jack.
wants our city to be like Easton, our budget to be at Easton budget. That means he's going to have to raise taxes 100% next year. That's what Perry is going to do with the mayor.
When they came back with the ordinance to reduce the tax...
The ordinance, Dominic tried to pass an ordinance changing
for
our
the-
fees
for the
and our
taxes,
structure.
for the
We
taxes.
voted it down.
Yeah.
We had hearings.
You voted it
at
down.
we voted down. People came and spoke. Barry Isaac looked at, I told Dominic
answer
I
my
wanted
question.
a comparison, apples to
the
apples.
The ordinance that was read, that was presented by City Council, the mayor wanted 60-some or 80-some %. You guys said no, and so it was brought down. What was the final?
The mayor wanted 83%.
And what was the final?
43%. They
Okay.
passed the 43% budget.
You voted
but there's
no.
8. I voted no. I voted no on,
Did you
on
come
the
up
last
with a-
4.
did you come up with a
I did come
solution?
up. I've been saying we should be timbering for the last 5 years. I've been saying there's land at the Water Authority that's worth millions of dollars that isn't watershed land that we should be selling. Your cousin, John Keegan, came down from the balcony and said that I couldn't sell it, even though we have an agreement.
All right, now Frank, or I keep
Why
calling
you
you
call me
Frank.
Frank?
I don't know, I'm Jack, I'm sorry, because I'm thinking of Frank DeAndrea. Because here again, when I mentioned, and if I said that, I says, is it true a councilman said that? I didn't say you said it. But however, I am giving you the... and we got-
I want to thank you for the
we
time,
have 30
Sam.
seconds.
Thank you for...
Now, you understand, I want
thank
people...
you-
First
thank
of
you
all,
for the time.
I want people to know that Jack and I have breakfast almost, in the morning. And Jack is, as I said, this is nothing personal, folks, okay? It's strictly not personal, okay?
I respect you.
Okay.
I talked to some people today. I talked to Blaze Greco. He said, Sam will be fair. I said, he is fair. And I sort of compare you to Johnny Carson. People wanted to go on that show to be, because Johnny would never take cheap shots. He was always fair and good to people. And that's your reputation for your show. But when you do these political shows, they shouldn't be the Sam Lesante show. It should be it should be a paid political advertisement. You should call it something different. The Southern Luzerne political
If they pay,
circus
which
pack.
I mentioned in
That's
the show.
what it should be do. It should be this. This isn't the Sam Lesante show. This is a paid political.
Hey, that's a good suggestion. That's a good suggestion. But however, I did mention it was a paid political show. Jack, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Okay, please tell your dad
Thank
and
you.
mom I was asking about
thank
them.
you very
Folks,
much.
It's always a good spirit debate, folks. I disagree with some things. However, he's the councilman, and Tuesday we'll tell the story. Thanks for joining us.